Hi, welcome to If You Seek Amy. I love to cruise and I love sharing everything cruising with you. And I just wanted to give you kind of a raw behind the scenes look today at me attempting to pack all of my electronics. So, camera gear for shooting YouTube videos and just the standard personal electronics, as well as what I'm going to take on the plane with me. And I'm going to apologize in advance if there is a ton of cat activity bouncing around. We've already had several near disasters. Uh, and I just kind of have my pile here, and everything was neatly laid out until the cats decided to come and try and chew everything, because that is what they do. So I'm just kind of laying out my different types of cables. So I've got, these are my lightning. Those are two lightning. I have one phone that needs lightning. These are USB-Cs. And then these are either lightning or USB-C with a USB-A on the end. So I know in the cabin that I have two American plugs on the desk. So I have a USB-C, a double USB-C plug that just the little tines, the little tines just kind of fold out there. And then it will charge two devices at one time. And then I have another one that I am going to put in the American socket. And then I also have, I need to grab another brick, but I also have the little adapter. This is like a dollar or two adapter that will go in the European plug. So I can do that as well. So I'm definitely taking all of these, and I think I'm going to take one more power brick with me. Then I actually have two power banks. So I'm definitely going to use these while I'm out during the day filming, but at night I do like to charge my phone. It has a USB-A and USB-C, and the little handle on this one is actually the USB-C cord. So I can just unclip it, plug it in, and then charge my phone or charge anything else that I want to charge. And I usually leave it by my bedside table. I don't remember what the Wonder has by the bedside table, so that's really going to depend on what I'm using, because I don't like my phone being all the way on the other side of the room, because I do check it for the time. Sometimes I do wake up in the middle of the night and surf the internet. So I do like to have it close by. I also have my Apple Watch, which has its charger right here. I'm bringing an old school pair of, these are Apple headphones to go with my phone, but they have the little, I think it's called like a 3.5 jack that will plug into the entertainment center on the airplane if I need to do that. I have my little phone case that I'm going to put this on my regular cell phone. Right now I'm filming on an iPhone, but that is the one that I really consider my camera. But this one for my personal phone, I'm going to bring that because it's got the cord on it. And I'm just going to put this in my electronics bag. I'm not going to put it in my purse. I don't need that. Then I've got my seatbelt extender that's going to go in my purse. Now this is my bag that I keep in my purse directly. That it has ginger chews in it for motion sickness. I tend to get motion sickness on anything. Also, when I get anxiety, I tend to get motion sickness. And then I've got my little keepers, that my little earbuds go in the very ends of these. Put this around your neck, put them on the ends of your earbuds, so if they fall, they're not going anywhere, because I am the queen of losing things in places where no one can ever get it out. So I always keep these with me, and I use them on the airplane. And I don't know, I always keep a nail file. It always seems like I break a nail when I'm traveling. So I keep a nail file in here, chapstick for lips getting dry. But I also like to keep one cord for my phone charging. Uh, I know the flight that I'm taking is only like 2.5 hours, but you know, if I'm taking a longer flight to Europe or something, I like to have the charging capability like right with me. So whether I'm going to plug that into whatever charger that they have available. So I usually do keep a wall plug in here. And then I keep a phone, and my phone, like I said, is a Lightning. So I'm going to grab my little Lightning to USB-C because that goes with this wall plug. But I also will slip my battery pack in my purse, and I will always travel with my battery pack in my purse on the plane, because then it's not up top and I don't have to get up and get it if I need it. Okay, so let me just double check. Yep, so I got plug. I'm not taking an iPad on the plane in my carry. I am taking it in my carry-on, but I'm not taking it in my I need while I'm on the plane. So that is the only thing I need to charge. So this is kind of like my electronics. Oop, I need to put my headphones in there because those will be used at my seat. So this is like my at-seat bag that I'm going to take with me. So in my purse, I have my wallet, and this has just a little bit of cash. I think I have like $100, and it's mainly like 5s and 1s in case I need to be tipping people for anything, or for some reason credit cards don't work. I've got my AirPods, I think that's what they're called, in a little like protective case, which is actually clipped to the inside of my purse. So if I drop this, it's not going anywhere. And just in case I need them, I have earplugs. These are great. I don't know, I got these a long time ago, and I take them to every concert. I do have an RFDI safe pocket in here that I have my passport in. And then I have my money for the casino because we need to play some casino slots to continue to get discounted cruises. Now, this bag is a little bit beat up and dirty. It is made by PacSafe. Now, I've previously showed you my blue PacSafe bag. I'm not bringing that one this time because it's a little too small. But sadly, this one on PacSafe is discontinued. Has been for years. I got this on clearance. But this strap has one woven wire in it. It also has a lockable clasp on this end, and then it also has a lock for the zipper. So when you lock that, or you zip that closed, you can lock your zipper closed. It does have a pocket on the front with a sort of a deterrent. It has a little piece of fabric over it, and then there is a back pocket if you want to put anything not valuable. But yeah, I love this bag, and it has the slash proof technology woven into the bottom. And what I really love about it, honestly, is the strap, because it's so just super comfortable to carry, and it's so long. I don't even have it out all the way, and it's just so fully adjustable. And I'm only supposed to be using it for travel, but honestly, I use it for my everyday bag. It's just habit now. Okay, so I do need to put my seatbelt extender. I'm really hoping, praying that I don't need to use that. I have lost 35 pounds since my last cruise and my last flight. So fingers crossed that doesn't need to be used. I am going to throw my little travel. This is just a travel fold-up bag. So it's got 2 straps on it, just in case, like I, buy food or buy something that doesn't, they don't give me a bag. You know how it is. You go past security and you're like, oh, look at this. Do I need that book for the cruise? And then next thing you know, you have your handful of stuff. So let me just shove that back in there. And you can see like it just goes back in so easy. So I'm shoving that in my purse. I'm not putting that in my purse. I think that's actually all that is going in here. I've got, like I said, I've got my wallet with some money. Now some of this stuff is, I've been going through stuff and pulling out extras. So that is all extra stuff. So this is the stuff that I need to try and get in a electronics bag. Now I did buy this pack safe bag, so I splurged a little. This was about $100, and I think they call it a sling. And then you can see it's pretty deep and thick. It does have an RFID safe pocket inside, and what that is, that's blocking for radio frequency. So if someone's walking by with a scanner trying to pick up information off credit cards or passports, there is blocker. So there's a good Velcro in there. There is another pocket on the inside as well. I would say the only thing that I'm hesitant about this bag is it's kind of a bit stiff. It does have a little bit of opening here, but on this side I kind of wish it would zip a little bit further so I could get in there a little fully. So this does have a lock for your zippers, so you can use the front pocket and store items. There's actually a mesh pocket inside. And this one does have the little expandy thing as well, which is nice. I like that these zippers are really, really big. So yeah, so you just kind of slip that over. And then these have, you're probably not going to be able to see this because it's too far away. But these kind of fit together and they lock together. So you can either leave it like that, or you can push it down. This does take a little doing. You can push it down and catch it in this lock. And it is a little tough to get. Oh, there we go. You can't zip it all the way to the end. Zip it a little bit further and then it'll just slip right in. And then there's a little locking mechanism that you have to push. And it is a little tough. And then that'll prevent this from opening up. See if I can get it from this direction. There we go. Yep, so the locking mechanism now, none of that can be opened. There is a pretty long strap and it fits me just fine. And then there's like this safety bar. So this does have a locking mechanism. So there's a little knob that you have to twist and then it will unlock. And then you push it and then you actually pull the whole thing that has the little push on it. Yep, so then just to get it back in, just slide it in and turn that and that locks it. And there looks like there's a little loop here, so maybe like if you want to attach something so it can't come open at all, that would work. There's also a strap here. You can probably attach keys or something to that, or water bottle. And then you're supposed to wear it like this. Try not to hit my microphone here. So about like this. I think for someone larger chested, it may be a little bit more difficult. I don't think it sits quite right, but I'll figure it out. So I think I'm gonna put like my day camera stuff in here that I'm gonna take with me around the ship, or if I'm getting off for a shore excursion. So what would I use while I'm out? Definitely, I have another battery pack that I want to take with me, and that has a USB-C attached to it already. So I don't need that one, but it does have a second output. So I would like to throw an extra cord because I can charge two things at one time. This is gonna go on me. These are going to go in my other bag, but this is part of my day bag. So I did buy myself a gimbal. I've not really practiced playing with it yet. So the phone that I'm filming on now, I am going to switch out and use this. So what this will do is, as I'm walking around the ship, it prevents a lot of extra movement. So I think this will be interesting to try out, and I'll have to see if it's worth the extra money and effort, right? Because it's not all just about the money. It's also too like the extra space that these things take up when you carry them. Okay, so I need to remember to be careful folding this up because it does get your fingers. And then this is a little tripod extension that goes on the bottom and folds out. I would say the only thing that I'm disappointed about this is the DJI Osmo Mobile SE. The only thing I'm disappointed about is that this hand grip is a bit too big for me with my teeny tiny hands. But that's normal. Everything is not Amy sized on this planet. Okay, so this is what I need for my day bag, except my microphone. So this is my microphone case. So it's got the second mic in there. The rest of it, I have the transceiver on the phone currently, and I have one mic here, but it also has little fuzzy things for wind called dead cats, and then it has a couple other magnetic options for wearing the microphone. So I'm just going to throw these in the day bag, because this is what I'll need to grab when I'm walking out the door around the ship. And I'm just going to lock it this way. I'm not going to do all of the safety locking. Yeah, so that actually managed to hold quite a bit because I didn't even fill up the other. But then for the other stuff that I'm taking on the ship, so I have these little lights. One I'm going to use for doing makeup. See how bright that is for like when I'm in the cabin and I want to pluck my eyebrows or put on some makeup in the mirror. I will have that available. Oops, don't forget the mount. That would not be very helpful. So I'm going to take, let's see. So I have one on my battery. I have one in my purse for my phone, one for the camera, one for the iPad. And I don't think I need this USB-A to Lightning, but I would like a USB-C to Lightning just in case. And this is a Lightning to USB-C, but I have one. But I'll just take one for backup in case it stops working. And I'm just going to throw that in here. I'm going to throw my adapters, my power brick, my phone case. This, I still need to charge my iPhone. Put my regular phone back in its wallet. So I do have my regular phone kind of in a wallet situation, but I'm going to actually take some of these cards out and stash them in different places. Some of them I will not even take on the ship because I have lost my phone before. So I don't want to lose everything again. So this is a little case for, I have a really teeny tiny hard drive in here. It is so ridiculously small. This is 1 terabyte. So this is to help back up my video. So because my phone doesn't hold that much, so once I do a bunch of filming, I need some place to store the video because it's going to be difficult on the ship with the Wi-Fi to be able to put that stuff up on iCloud. So I'm going to shove this in my electronics bag and see if I can get my lights in here. I think I'm going to have to switch to the bigger bag. So I was concerned about that I wouldn't be able to get all of this stuff in here. If you're anything like me, you always have a ton of these bags kicking around. This is usually my toiletry bag that for land-based vacations that usually stays packed completely all of the time. But I just did a pantry clean out and cleaned out all of my toiletries, my travel stuff, and threw stuff away and combined stuff. And I ended up emptying this out because I really thought I would need it for this trip. Because usually I can get away with this little one. But because I'm taking camera stuff with me, this is definitely too small for this trip. But that is it for my toiletry, or for my but that is it for my electronics and my purse. The rest of this stuff, oops, my selfie stick. I know I have my Osmo with me, but I am going to bring just a standard selfie stick for the camera because I plan on doing some live streams, and I'm not sure if the DJI Osmo will stand up enough. It should, but if not, I'll have this backup little cheapy one to take with me. But yeah, that is it for the electronics that I am taking on my trip. I do have some stuff that I need to put up. Like this stuff actually needs to go in my suitcase. It was just extra in my purse and I didn't want the extra weight. And then this can get back in the cabinet. And some of this other stuff was just extra trash that I've hanging out. And that was it. So thank you for joining me today in this kind of behind the scenes look. I know it's a little bit different style of video with me hanging out in my bedroom, just trying to get my stuff together and get excited about my vacation. So thank you all for watching. And like I said, if you seek Amy, you'll see her on a cruise very soon.